Hi, this is Michael Robinson, Director of Instruction, here for my 11th season at Shelter Harbor. Looking forward to a great summer with all of you. I know there are a lot of tips and videos out there, all on different mechanics of the golf swing. I try and do some different stuff. I think a big theme of why people get frustrated with golf and changing anything in their golf swing is I don't think we really go about learning it the right way. So I'm going to talk today about how we learn and how we can learn to do our golf swing a little bit differently. So up on the screen here, I've got the original big wheel. Hopefully all of you are taking a little trip down memory lane, but I know I had one. And if we think about this machine and how we started with it, we used our feet on the ground, and the only thing we really had to do was learn how to steer. Now, we take it for granted every day when we get in our car that we move our hands like this, the car goes left, we move our hands like that, the car goes right. But when you're a toddler and you're learning for the first time, there's a lot going on. They bump into things, but slowly but surely, they realize that this handle that's in front of them moves the bike in different directions. We probably spend almost 6 months in our childhood years on just this. And then we move to something else. So the next progression is going to be a similar looking machine, but all of a sudden there's another feature. There are pedals. So now we have to steer, but we also have to use our legs to apply force. Now, from this type of setup, the pedals are on the same line that we are, and applying force with our legs is actually a bit easier than future models. But we had to spend a few months steering, and then we need to spend a few months learning how to pedal and steer. After we get that, our parents then get us a new one that looks like this. So although they're similar, there are some slight differences. Now we're sitting up and the pedals are down below us, which is a different type of force being created. Another new learning experience. After we've spent some time learning this, there's even another progression. We get into something that looks like this, which is a whole nother world. We were applying force to the front wheel, and every bit that we put in made the wheel spin. As we grow older, we then apply force into a pedal that's below us, but it doesn't just turn the tire right away. It goes through a chain, and then the wheel. So right now, when we get to this, we're learning how to steer and apply force, but there's one other piece being done for us by these two training wheels in the back: balance. So I want you to go back to the original model that we were on and think about the fact that a 2-year-old would need to balance, steer, and apply force all to ride a bicycle. So when I'm working with a player or an athlete in here and we're trying to accomplish something, oftentimes they want to hit full 7 irons or 6 irons or drivers. That's like a toddler getting on this bike, trying to apply force, balance, steer, before they even know how to use their feet to just move the little plastic big wheels. Really, the point I want everyone to think about is when you're trying to make a change, think about how you would teach a kid to do something. When they learn how to read, they start with letters, then they make a word, then a word, 3 words, a sentence, a paragraph. When you come in here or you're working on your own to change something, don't try and write a novel while you're trying to change something. Start forming words. Break it down to the smallest, easiest form that you can, and get a lot of reps in. Learning happens really fast when you're in the right environment. So often I see video after video of the swing not changing, and everyone looks at me, I don't get it. We're making too big of a progression or too big of a jump when we need training wheels, or maybe we even need to go back to the big wheels where our feet are on the ground. I hope you all find this at least entertaining and somewhat informational. I look forward to bringing you some videos every week on your tips from the pro. Thanks so much.